been that day for me. Yeah, yeah.
So today is going to be Call of Duty Training 1. Thanks for watching. I like to jump in the game and I'll show you exactly what settings I like to set up. So get in here, go to Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, right? Black Ops 6 is what it's got to be. Warzone doesn't really have a mode. I'm a Warzone player. You can practice both in there, but Call of Duty has the best, BO6 has the best training facility. I know there's like a Warzone training that you go through, like a pre-game that doesn't really help you. So multiplayer, and then you'll jump on to find a match, and then you'll go to private match, and you'll go create a match. Right? It'll go through a little load up process. It's kind of annoying and a little bit boring because you try to set things up and then it just stops you mid setup. Let's see if we can catch it. Yep, there it goes. Right. So what I like to do first of all is I like to go back to play, and this is how you start the match. These are the bots against. You can watch if you have buddies. Game setup is number one, right? So we definitely want to do team deathmatch. So everybody's coming after you. You can do free for all, but that is more like everybody against everybody, and sometimes good, sometimes bad. Just depends. In this mode, we'll do team deathmatch. We want to take a location that is small, so it forces you out of your hole. A good location is Payback, right? There's a couple other ones. Warhead's a really good one, right? There's nowhere to hide. We'll go into custom. Custom is going to be a it's going to be where you're going to set everything up, right? So 10 minutes, whatever duration you want to go in for this video's purposes, we'll do 10 minutes, right? So I can show you a couple different modes. Score limit, that's how many kills you're going to get, or who gets them first, if the bots beat you and get them first, right? So we don't need to have the match start time more than 5 seconds because it's just how long it takes to load. Advanced, you can change this if you want to. When you get a little more advanced, kind of play with these settings. Number of lives needs to be unlimited. If this is like 1 or 25, then you die that many times and then the game's over, right? So max health, this is the key, right? This is for multiplayer setup. Warzone is roughly almost, this is like 2 plates, not quite 2 plates. I usually play on 200, right? That's where you're going to notice that they're going to that's where you're going to notice that it's just like Warzone, right? So we're adding team revive, right? Because usually you'll down a guy and he'll be down, and if his team revives him, then you're both in the fight. So this kind of try to helps you get familiar with that scenario too. Like it's very Warzone-ish, right? Number of lives, again, switched when I did that, right? So just verify, like when you change this team revive stuff, this will switch from unlimited, right? Like automatically when you go to bleed out or team revive, this will switch to 1 life. Right, so make sure that is on unlimited. I can't state that enough. Right, health regeneration on normal. Go over to team. Don't really need anything. You can change this stuff later if you really want to. Right, the only thing you want is like pings on the map. You don't want that on. You want that to let's see, where's it at? Enable the minimap. Yes. There was one that's sweeping. Anyway, I can't see it right this minute. Radar always on. Directional constant. There we go. Fast sweep, right? So we want fast sweep. That way it's kind of mimics Warzone. So again, we want to in team setup. We want to have fast sweep on so we can see the radar in a sweep mode, or radar always on fast sweep, right? Okay, so gameplay, again, make sure it's not on hardcore unless you want that, right? Score multiplier, don't want to do that, but your charge up rate, I recommend changing this to like 2 or 3, right? This is how many times I can drop muni so I can get more bullets, because when you're fighting a ton of bots, you're going to run out of bullets really fast, and it's going to annoy you that you don't have bullets and you don't want to pick up their guns, right? So back to game. Got it all set up. So now that we're all set up with these 3, we're good to go. We can go back out of here. We can add how many bots we want for this tutorial. We'll just, training session, we'll just go with 4, and we'll put them on recruit, right? So I can show you what it's like. And then you can just step it up. Like you're like, man, I'm killing these guys. In 10 minutes, I got 100 kills at 10, then you need to bump it up, right? Go to regular. And then it's like, okay, now I'm like 50 to 100, right? So knock that down to like 20 to 30 to, if you can get it down to 10, then again, jump it up again to hardened. But once you get to hardened, it becomes annoying, right? They're a little bit too quick to kill you, and it's not super fair when you're playing 1v4 because they don't miss and they know exactly where you're at. So I recommend to switch this to mixed, right? So that's later on, but you can play with that as well. So again, I'm going to set these guys. I want 1, 2, 3, 4 with recruit, confirm, done, right? We're ready to roll. Weapons real quick, just a couple warnings. You don't want to have any smokes or anything like that because they'll shoot right through it. I chose combat axes because you want to work on your centering, right? And then your assault pack so you can have bullets because you're going to run out of them. Your perks, whatever you want to run. I recommend not glitching it or trying to put gimmicks on here to make you move faster or things like that. Tracker and this stuff is pretty good because you can see them when you die and come back. That's about all, right? Over here I got a crappy loadout that you'd pick up off the ground because I like to practice with crappy ground loot, right? This one is a pistol loadout, right? Because sometimes you'll get nothing but pistols when you drop in, and I sucked with it forever. But now I'm a little better, even though pistols still suck, right? And then you'll have like an 8-piece of your choosing, then your favorite loadout, right, for Warzone. So you can practice that. And then this is just a goofy one I used playing with my friends, right? So once you've got that set up how you want to, you can have as many as you want or as few as you want. Doesn't matter the operators or the battle pass, right? Just go back to play. And now you're all set up and ready to roll. You make sure you're all good to go and go ahead and click in, right? And so for me, I use the controller, right? So paddles on the back, you can use bumper jumper and claw, and use claw if that's what you like to use. But for me, I like to have, you know, the paddles on the back. Helps me out because I got these humongous banana hands, right? So I think the first loadout that I'm going to choose is probably the crappy ground loot or the pistols, right? Because that's usually what you start off with. So since pistols are the first thing we start off with, let's roll. So it's just like any other game that you do in multiplayer, but now, down, everybody's good. Come back. I've only got like 25 lives because we're doing bleed out. Down, I'm going to leave him on the ground. As you know, they're going to want to revive him. They'll just keep reviving them, right? But it's really good training to start out with. Pretty soon you'll get to a point where you can just knock them. You don't need that. Knock him. Happens in a real game, right? You run out of ammo, you don't find a weapon, right? So I can either be like super sweaty, try to not die, right, in these situations. Drop another one of these. Stem. Right. Drop this, that. Wait for him to come out. Like, honestly, one of those tomahawks will get up already, but you can start to see why you need packs. Somebody to pick me up. Cool, now I can have my own ground loot. Alright, here we go. So, I have one down. Another one down. They're going to pick that other one up, right?
Ultimate mastery comes
This kind of helps you with the range. Good. And they're coming back again.
enemy
Centering.
field upgrade.
Out of here. This guy's going away. Right. Doesn't take them much to pick these guys up either. They can kind of numbnuts. Have no ammo. Only one up right now. Can just kind of let him die. throw a knife at him. See what the stupid gas is dead. And now I drop in my normal loadout so you can see why it's important to have like your regular loadout. So now you can actually, as soon as you die, all those kits you dropped on the ground or it's like a game though, right? Very similar. Bleed out, or you can get, you know, you're not going to get revived. So you get the point. Another one on the stairs or hip fire action. I think I have Molly in here. So that's good. Practice with your Molly. Hip fire transition, that's a huge one. I don't use a lot. It's hip fire. ADS transition. They revive super fast in here. Another one for them to suck on. Go through this right here. Come back. Hip fire. ADS. Doors right there.
The connection between sensei and student.
Should be one more coming unless he's outside. Yep, there they are. Alright, you saw him when I jumped through the door. Fire. Drop that. Can't push that door. Jump out. Alright, drop another attack. They're coming down the stairs. Yes, hip fire. Yes, hip fire. A normal, easy game, right? Now you go in and you start practicing. Right? You kind of work on a certain thing. Like, I'm just going to hip fire. Just going to hip fire. I'm trying to move. Get out of fights. My goal is not to get as many kills as I can. My goal is to try to break up this team and work on, like, how do I get kills with just hip fire? How do I utilize that mode, right? Instead of just constantly ADSing, which is really bad, right? Gets you out of bad habits. And down. Even if you die, it doesn't matter. Just get out. But the hope is that you're trying to work on a particular aspect of your game, right? When you're loaded up and you have multiple loadouts, you have the ones that are pistols, the ones that are ground loot, the ones that are your loadout, the ones that are like experimental ones or guns that you wish you could use that you just can't control the recoil. This is the spot to do it, right? You want to get in here, you want to run it, throw them on recruit. This is how you get a little bit better. If you're really going to go in and you want to put some time in, you know, you're going to go to your game setup. You're going to set this guy up to a custom lobby. You're going to put this in for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes a pop. Go to 100 kills. It'll stop you. It'll stop for you, right? You can leave it on bleed out. Leave it on unlimited. Make sure you're on ×3, right? This is how you really judge. You always set the same setting to like a specific gun use, right? Or you can make multiple good loadouts. So you think if you say you have like an AR that you really want to use, but you want to try it against another one that you think's really kind of meta or not meta, or the one you think it is, whatever it may be, you put them against each other against the time limit or 100 kills, and you see how many deaths you take over that time, right? So like if I'm in here and I'm going to really do training, then I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to put them on mixed, right? Game I'd probably go in a game with a double SMG, a double AR, my normal loadout. If I'm in controversy, I'll bring 2 different loadouts, and then I'll bring pistols and, you know, something I could throw at people. But I'd do it on higher or lower counts, right? This is a level that's a lot of chaos, so you'll kind of just see me trying to get kills, a lot of downs, and staying alive, right? The key for me here is not getting knocked, right? So I don't have plates, but I do have stims. I have a high recharge time. So I'm gonna use that. One down, one death, right? I'm in the open. Stupid play, right? Okay, smart. Gotta be smart here. Think about. Enemy. Right, dude's down. I died, right? I should have left the fight instead of trying to stay in the fight. Should have just left. See, that one's a little tougher boss. Jump shotting. Probably slide you if you let him. They've updated like how good the bots are. This guy's definitely a recruit. Punch you in the face, get close. Drop the stem, there's another one over there. Alright, reload. See him hit the door. Get a little edge on him. Don't be fooled, they will snipe the shit out of you.
I believe in you.
And leave the area, right? Because they are going to start keying on that area. 100%. Especially when there's 6. So I'm going to shoot all the way over here and see if I can single out another bot. Got a sniper coming. Okay. There we go. Trying to pick up some sound cues.
Watch out.
Oh shit,
Sniper.
sniper right there, right? Done. So you can see how quickly 6 of them can team up on you. Now at this point they've got mines everywhere, gas everywhere. They're running in pairs, trios, assault packs. Right, get a feel for where the hell they are. You don't want to get caught in the open. 2 of them. Right, just gonna get out of here.
Enemy field upgrade.
Another one up there.
Enemy field upgrade.
Don't have to switch guns. Reload, I can just switch. Another one behind me, I'm gonna stem, get away, switch guns. EDS is out, boom, no, behind him. Jesus, one behind me. There's a bullet, but you get the point. So if I want to get a little tougher, I can grab my loadout and have a little bit of distance so that I can pick these guys off and drive them back. Stupid annoying. So there's 6 of them. They'll be stacked together, undoubtedly.
I see you.
Right? Knock him. This dude trying to switch guns. Back out of it. He's trying to reload. One jumping out the window. I'm gonna back out of that.
Enemy field upgrade.
Right, they're gonna try to cut me off though.
Enemy field upgrade.
Too many of them. I should have ran beforehand, picking them up, right? But like, I still want to keep that energy. Like, ADS in, ADS out. One dropped over here. The head whips on. Alright, watch my back. We don't know where they're at. Don't back out of the fight. We don't know where they're at. One there. Sniper's popping. There we go. Almost had him. I tried to shoot instead of just running, right? There are ways just to get out of a fight instead of trying to stick in the fight.
Enemy field upgrade.
So like for me, this is good. This is really good training because I'm not just killing every single bot. It may be kind of predictable, but how else are you going to train, right? Unless you got 6 buddies who want to fight in the game all the time. It's not realistic. Behind me again. Grab the field upgrade. God. Can't see nothing. It's realistic,
Enemy field
actually.
upgrade.
I can wait for him.
Hostile sighted.
Another one.
Watch out.
Wow. Again, got greedy. So, for me, lesson is going to be getting out of gunfights and not trying to,
Upgrade destroyed.
get all the full kills, right? Dodge. There's multiples trying to shoot me. Get out of the gunfight. One hiding over here. Fire on him. right? I can just kind of hold them
Hostile.
down.
Incoming. Field upgrade destroyed. It is all part of the process.
You wear your health all the time.
Enemy field upgrade. Enemy shooter.
Sniper back there.
Excellent work, Toto.
Alright, hold him down the pipe. This guy's got pretty good vision. Another one. There's one on my side already. He's trying to flank. Let's get out of there.
Upgrade destroyed.
And I'm watching my tac map. You can kind of see them giving me a heads up of like what direction they're all in.
Enemy shooter.
Bad shots. Took them all. Because there is more in there. Can't go that way, right? The
Enemy
fire's gonna
field
hold them
upgrade.
off. I'm gonna wrap around. Come back to the other side. And they just got
Field upgrade destroyed.
narrow gas, spring mines.
Field upgrade destroyed.
It's actually mine. That was stupid. I would have just thrown away another one right there. Here they come.
Hostile.
Alright, you want to get these fights in.
This is the way of the turtle.
Make sure you reload when you have time, because these guys will stack up quicker.
I see you. Enemy field.
One's dropping a mine inside. There you go. So,
Hang on. Let me call it back. Yep, this is you.
you can see that I'm like 47 to 14 against 6 bots in the small level with like 4 SMGs in my loadout,
Incoming
right?
lethal.
So as much as I get annoyed, I start bringing
Field upgrade.
more powerful guns.
Anger clouds the mind.
I may want to
Enemy field upgrade.
raise the number of bots. I may want to make them harder, right? More difficult. Depending. Sometimes I'll just, depending on how I feel, just if I'm working on one particular thing, if I'm trying to be smarter to get in and out of gunfights, it doesn't. That's the first step of the training, right? So what do we learn? Get our settings right. Going into this multiplayer mode, getting our map what we want, getting our guns to what we want, and then what type of things we want to work on while we're in those modes, right? So anybody can do it. You start off from the lowest. You can even start off with 1 or 2 bots. You'll be bored, but I mean, if that's what you need to do so you can understand where they're at and track them better, do that. Recruit 1 bot, and then you get too many kills, add 2 bots, right? So ultimately, thanks for watching. This is the first one. If you guys want more tutorials, I can break down each aspect of centering or hip firing or engaging fights or disengaging fights. It's up to you.
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah, yeah.